hopefully he's got off. He's alright. Friends and family of mine know this about me because I feel like a lot of stigma around. I'm such a sook when it comes to the cold. And then these are them leggings. What do you love about it? I think it was like $50, so it's not like I freaked out yesterday. I come into my bathroom and I just caught her in the nick of time. What do you love about it?
It's fluffy.
Fluffy? So you're making your Weet Bix? Or you're just eating your Weet Bix like that? Yeah. You want to have milk like you have? Oh, you put your Weet Bix. Oh, you want a cold again? You want your cold Weet Bix? Oh. Mummy, help. It's very heavy, it's very full. You want to hold on as well? Tell me when enough. Is that enough? Or you want more?
What did you put salt in here?
No, we don't put salt in Weet Bix. You want to tell everyone what you made? What you're having for breakfast?
A Weet Bix.
Weet Bix.
Oh.
You haven't had, remember, hold your hand on the bowl there. Good girl. You're holding it. Good girl. That's very good. Mushing up your Weet Bix. Good. Num. Is that good? Thumbs up?
I'm a wiggle.
You proud of yourself with your Weet Bix? Oh, you're getting upset with him.
It's not funny.
No, it's not funny, brother. Sis was trying to get past. Show me your pretty hair. Oh, that's like little ballerina hair. Do you think? Oh, you're gonna get stuck. I think so.
I had a bag. My bag.
Your bag. You're getting tired? Tried you, but you didn't want to borrow it yet. So you can wait till we drop Harper off and I'll try him again. Oh, do you want Mum to help you take it down? Yeah, hang on. Oh, it's down. Did you want that? Well, I thought...
Leave it. Okay, sit down, guys. Get out of that door.
Oh, what? Can't you play over there in your kitchen?
Huh?
You have to share.
No.
Your kitchen's falling a bit apart, isn't it?
Daisy.
Just gotten home from dropping Harper off at daycare. She was a bit upset this morning, but as soon as Robin, one of the educators there, come over to her, she was fine because they all just love Robin. But I always hate when drop-offs are like that, as I'm sure all parents do. And Ryder starts next Friday. Yeah, Harper's excited for that as well. She asked me this morning, was Ryder coming today with her? But I was like, no, next week. So anyway, Ryder hasn't had his morning sleep yet. It's 9 o'clock. So I'm going to try and lay him down. I received that mineral makeup foundation from Esme yesterday. So I'm gonna put that on in this vlog so I can see what I think and the coverage and all of that. So that's very exciting. Ryder's asleep. He went down. The last few times that I've tried to put him down in the morning, he sort of carried on a bit, been a bit unsettled, like he just sort of wanted to be on me, and I feel like lately he has been a lot more like that compared to how he's normally been. So I made myself breakfast, just like my go-to breakfast: granola, berries, Greek yogurt, and a bit of honey and some flax seeds. But yeah, that's just one of my go-tos. My hair, I washed it last night, but I didn't leave it out to dry properly, so it's still a bit wet. And this coleslaw, oh, you just feel like such a mess when you have a coleslaw. Anyway, can't be avoided, just has to go away in its own time. Like I said, I received the mineral foundation from Esme yesterday, and it's got the SPF 15 in it, so I'm not going to put my usual Young Living mineral sunscreen on, because obviously that's got sunscreen in it, so I'll just skip that step whilst I'm using this one. And this, I think, was like $50, so it's not like I freaked out yesterday. I come into my bathroom and I just caught her in the nick of time, but Harper had undone it from the box, took off the little foil bit there, and she'd had it a bit smeared on her hand, and she'd had my brush and she was putting it on her face. I'm really intrigued to give this a go, because as I mentioned in the last vlog, like I really love the She Glam from Shein. So anyway, but I want to try this because obviously it's better for your skin. It's more sort of hydrating and nourishing. Firstly, I'm going to just, I've still had this Mauve skincare has lasted me forever. Now I won this, I think it was last year on Instagram, so I've never won anything to the value of this. I think it was $200 something, the things I got from them. So very excited with that I was. So this is just a hydrating mist, a rose hydrating mist. So I'm just going to spray some of that on, and it feels so nice. I just leave that on and it smells amazing, like real refreshing. And then this one I've had for a little while now, Q&A brand, and I just picked it up from my local Priceline, and I really feel when I'm consistent with it morning and night, I really feel like my skin does look brighter and sort of like less pigment and stuff happening. But yeah, so it's just a vitamin C brightening serum, so I'm just using that one this morning underneath obviously the foundation. So just put a little bit of that on. Yeah, now every morning, well every day for that matter, like my skincare, what I use on my face is honestly different. It's just sort of whatever I feel like. And I felt like this one today, brightening serum, because I'm feeling a bit dull, like in my skin. So I feel like I really need a facial, lovely massage facial. So I need to soon book into my amazing beautician, Lauren, because she has, like for each season, she has packages and they're just amazing. And it's like a full body massage, exfoliation, hot stones, and then she does the most amazing scalp massage, and yeah, it's just fantastic. So I'm going to go in with the mineral foundation now. So I mean, I think I'm literally just going to put it on my brush, because I'm no makeup artist, I have no idea. I'm just giving things a go. So the lighting's probably not very good in here. I've got you sitting on my side table because the bathroom, it's not a great set out bathroom here, my ensuite, to do like vlogs and that with and talk to the camera, because there's not much room. I really hate going around my console, but like in my console when I've got a console with makeup and stuff. But I think it's pretty well, like it's dead in its tracks, but it's just there. Anyway, this, I mean, it feels nice. Like it literally feels like I haven't even got anything on yet. I mean, I only used like a pea-sized amount because, like I said, at the price of this one, it's probably only going to be definitely special occasions, if I have any special occasions. And I did put a tan on the other night, but it's sort of nearly off now. Need to do another one again. And oh, the shade, just the name of the shade. Just look back online, but I think it was the third one, not the first one, second, the third. The She Glam one I'm using now is a bit light for when I have a tan. My face looks a bit ghostly. Like I said, I feel like I could do with a really nice facial. So I feel like my skin could probably look a bit better if I did that a bit more. I think for the most part I try and eat pretty good. Obviously added stress and that isn't good for your skin, but sometimes in situations it's unavoidable as much as you try not to. And I am a real stressor, like I'm a bit of an overthinker. So sometimes, because I haven't tinted my eyebrows in a while, yeah, I might just put a little bit of, totally don't know what I'm doing when it comes to eyebrows. Back in the day when I started doing my eyebrows and all that, the thin eyebrows were in. Now the thick, real luscious eyebrows are in and they're just not growing. That's all I literally do. Like there's nothing phenomenal about that, but you know, just makes it look a bit, adds a bit more colour to them because I'm fair, obviously. And then I have like 3 different mascaras I just mix between. Okay, so that's just the eyes done. Now unless I was like, say, going out for dinner, lunch, something like that, I would probably put it on the bottom as well. But for just a sort of casual, natural look, I just want to add a bit on the top lash. So, and then again, I think this is just from a chemist. I just picked it up and this is just what I chuck on. So I just, oh, jeez, I just use my foundation brush. So it's just different sort of every time, like the colours I use. Like I'm just going in with this one here. Just add like a little bit of pink, you know. Yeah, like a bit rosy there. And then even with the same brush, like this is what I mean. People are probably cringing at me and I'm sorry. And then I really like the highlighter sort of powder here. Yeah, especially when I have my lips done, which I'm getting them done, well hopefully this is gone, and I'm getting them done again next Friday, the day Ryder's in daycare. So I'm excited for that. Even though the last time I went, I think that was the 3rd time I had it done, I've had them done, and the other times before that last time, I feel like it wasn't really painful. Like it didn't, I wouldn't say that it was sort of painful, but I feel like the very last time I went, I was a bit like, I don't know if it's because I knew what was coming, like, I don't know, but anyway, like they say, beauty is pain, and it's absolutely true in a lot of cases. Yeah, but it's addictive. Like it's really addictive. I didn't think it would be that addictive, but like once you've had them done and you see them, because I've sort of got none, really thin lips, so it sort of just adds something and like changes your whole face. It is quite expensive, but everything like that is, isn't it? Okay, done. So I'll go to the, okay, so this is it. And my bed, that's a whole nother story in itself. And I've still got, I need to wipe my lips. That's a whole nother story in itself. In my last vlog, I washed my sheets, my bedding, and I was going to put it back on that night. And oh, the King, I love the King doona cover and quilt, but it's a nightmare to put the bag back in the quilt. So either if my mum calls in or someone, I'm going to have to get her to help me do it, because I mean it needs taking back out and redoing, but it's just left like that. It's really lumpy and a mess, and I hate it, because if you know me, you know I love a made bed. Sort of just pulled it up as it was yesterday and put the pillows on how they go because I just get over looking at an unmade bed. But yeah, so anyway, that's why that's like that. I will pull it up eventually. I really need to vacuum. Probably should be using this time to get in my workout while Ryder's asleep, but he'll sleep again and I'll do that then. So yeah, going to do my hair. Like I said, I thought I was going to blow dry it because it's still a bit damp, like not 100% dry from when I washed it last night. And outfit is so just plain, cozy. I'm just at home today, and I have my sports bra on underneath this, so I'll take that off, this off to work out, and good to go. Just obviously have socks on, always in the colder weather. You'll see me with socks on. I'm such a sook when it comes to the cold. And then these are them leggings that I shared in my last vlog, the etched ones. So this is the first time I'm wearing these, like apart from that vlog, and yeah, so comfortable, and I love how there's no chance of these falling down, and that's what you want, especially when you're working out, like very high intensity. And then yeah, the sports bra, still that plum one, love that. You want some banana? Yeah, he just full smashes the mandarins down. Now for lunch, I thought I'm going to have boiled eggs, so like curry eggs, on a sandwich. So that sounds really nice. I could eat that every day. Hey, yeah, Ryder doesn't seem yet to be that big on eggs. Like if there's a fried egg and I pull some of it apart, the white part, he'll probably sometimes eat that, but yeah, scrambled eggs and that, he doesn't really seem very fussed. Usually like for a quick lunch for him, he might have like a peanut butter sandwich or avocado on toast, bread, that sort of thing, and then just a whole bunch of fruit. Yeah, so that's what we're up to now. What's the time? It's 5 to 12. So Ryder will probably lay down again about 12:31. Have you had enough banana now? Have you? Have you had enough banana now? You want to get out of the high chair? Can you hear the eggs boiling away? We might just go turn them down, don't we? Yeah, so whilst I'm at it, waiting for that to get done, hopefully he'll sit okay in here, in his high chair. And I also ordered him... Sit now. Have a drink. No, you don't want a drink. Yeah, I ordered him, like, even though there's nothing really wrong with this high chair, this was really proper. Come with the cot that we used with Harper, that my mum and sister got that for Harper. Tired now. Oh, Mum. Do you want to play with some stuff? You like to play with your toys? Come on. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you've got orange block. Orange block. You got the orange block. Why don't you stack them up? Can you stack them up on top of each other? Yeah, maybe he's getting a bit tired. Anyway, I'll just keep going and see how he goes. Yesterday, me and Ryder went, Harper was at daycare, me and Ryder went to just the shopping centre near us. Because I felt like, I know it's not till August, the 7th of August, Harper's birthday, but I felt like I want to start slowly getting her some things, because also have Ryder's birthday, his first birthday on the 23rd of July. Harper, I thought I would get her like other things, but make it more like Play-Doh-y sort of stuff, more obviously actual Play-Doh, and then some tool things like to use with the Play-Doh, because she's been really into the Play-Doh, and we've been sort of enjoying, like, a little thing that me and her do is, like, I'll put on YouTube how they sort of play with the Play-Doh and make things out of the Play-Doh and I find it really quite mesmerising, like intriguing to watch myself. So that's sort of what we've been doing as a thing when Ryder's asleep. So I thought I would share with you what I've got her so far for her birthday. So Ryder's probably going to try and get the phone. You can see yourself. You can see yourself, can't you? You can see yourself. You can see yourself. Can you see yourself? I know you can. Aren't you a little handsome guy? You a little handsome guy? Yeah. What was that? The eggs are really boiling away, aren't they? They're bubbling away. Oh, there you go. What can we get? We got a whole basket of goodies. Yeah. Kmart that I went to didn't really have much of things like this as far as Play-Doh goes, so I may have to look online. Like I've seen a few things from Catch, I think it is, the website. I think it's Catch. So this, I thought this was really, really cute, like little doggy, and that's, I thought, oh, and this, like I love this, the video we're watching on YouTube, the girl used something like this, and it looked really cool. And this was $24, $25, I think, from Kmart. So, and then she watches on YouTube the little kids stuff that she watches. They had sort of like these little shoes with the heel, the girl did, on them. She's older than Harper, but yeah, I just thought these were best and less. They were $20. I got her the size 7 now because I was thinking her birthday's not till August. I don't want to go too small either because then her foot might grow that bit. I don't know. And what else did we get for 6? I thought for a little girl, like how cute is that? That, like the colours and that, I just thought that was so cute. And I got it in a size 5. Like it is probably a bit excessive. It's probably a bit big, obviously big. But I thought, well, she still has a while left of winter, like of the cooler months, and it was only $12.50. Also best and less. So best and less is my go-to for kids' clothes. On the phone again. 10 points for trying. I want to look for. She doesn't actually have sort of like a Frozen costume, like Elsa or anything. And Kmart sizes run quite big, like from age 4 up, a lot of them, a lot of the good costumes. But best and less, I didn't look. Best and less might have some Elsa. So you don't go far away from me, do you? She's really lovely. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say? I will get through this. She's really been loving any piece of clothing with pockets, like pants, anything. And I got her a zip-up jacket the other week just from Kmart, and she just loved it because it's got pockets. So I thought this was from Best and Less as well, and it's got a pocket here. It's not a zip jacket as such, but I thought it was still really cute. I got that in a size 5. Now I probably did go a little bit big for her, but I wanted to make sure she got use out of it, and that was $12.50 as well. So I thought that was really cute. It feels really warm and cozy. This is the nail polish I mentioned in my last vlog, the vlog before this one, that I ordered her online when I was getting her some more shampoo, body wash stuff for her. So yeah, I got this one in the blue because she's really loving blue right now, the colour blue. So yeah, it's from a company called No Nasties. For a while there I was painting her nails, but it usually was of a night, which is probably not the best time to do something so tedious like that when Ryder was asleep. Last thing I got her is just some, because obviously she loves painting, so I just got her this cheap little set of brushes and stamps and things from Kmart. He'll probably go down sooner than I thought actually. So the eggs are done. It's 1:45. Ryder's still awake, obviously. I thought like that was my egg that I already peeled. I'm so funny when it comes to eggs, like I've got to rinse them. Like after I've peeled them, I've got to rinse them under the tap, like the cold water, just to make sure the shell is off. Everybody else do that? I've never ever just put them straight in the bowl, like and mashed them or whatever. I've got to rinse them under the tap. Yeah, that's good. So I just did 4 eggs. Oh, you're getting tired now, mister. Like I'll put it all together, like with the curry powder and everything and the mayonnaise, and then store it in the fridge. Then I can have it for lunch tomorrow as well. So that's the plan, because sometimes, even though this isn't like a huge deal of a lunch, but sometimes making lunches can be a bit time consuming. So it's just, I find it easier to do it now like this, like make a batch of it. Just trying to do as much as I can with Ryder awake. The plan is after I eat this, let it sit for probably 10, and then I want to work out my half an hour workout while Ryder's asleep. So, because this will be his last sleep of the day. Until tonight. So it's sort of like my last chance. I love this knit jumper. I think it's so cute, and I went through a real mustard phase. I'm not so much in the mustard phase now, but I still love it. And but the sleeves, like you can't hold them up, they always fall down, and it's so annoying. After my workout, I don't think I'll put it back on. Okay, so I'm going to quickly get this done, put Ryder to sleep and get in the workout room and work out. I've got my BCA's creatine and L-glutamine in here. So I just sip on that whilst I'm working out. Okay, so there's my egg sandwich done. Had some lettuce in the fridge, but it's gone bad. So it's just egg on sourdough Abbott's bread. So I'm going to eat this, other half of that. So I'm going to store this in the fridge. I'll just put some plastic wrap stuff over that and I'll have that on a sandwich tomorrow. So yum. So I finally made it into my workout room. Mainly use Heather's workouts in the background as sort of like a guide, like for her timer. Yeah, that sort of thing. A lot of the times I'm just doing what I feel like doing as far as the sets and the actual workout. And that's just how I like to work out. So that's just my personal preference on it. I'm going to put my joggers on now and then we're going to get in and get this workout done, completed. Ryder seems quiet now, so hopefully he's gone off. He's all right. Okay, so workout's done. Obviously feeling great because there is no better feeling than doing a workout. Obviously all those endorphins releasing and all of that awesome jazz. Also, as I was working out, I saw the postie guy arriving in his little van. You would have seen these side tables all over Instagram, and they were so popular. Like, I couldn't get my hands on one for ages. And clean up, because that timber one from Mocha is like so aesthetically pleasing, looks great, goes with my furniture, but it's just, yeah, a bit heavy, like a bit bulky, and it's a bit of a pain in the backside to clean, like lots of little nooks and crannies. So I thought, I think it was $20 or $25, real cheapy one from Kmart will just do the job for the rest of the time. Ryder is in a high chair, so I ordered that came yesterday. I've still got to put that together. I'll see if I get time to do that today. That's probably something I could deal with Ryder awake as well, but I wanted to sit down and have this little sort of discussion, chit chat with you all, sort of more so while Ryder was asleep. Now, I'd been wanting this for Harper's room. Obviously it's a side table she could have for years. It'll grow with her. She won't sort of outgrow it. Well, teenager, that's ages away. You know, it'll grow with her, you know what I'm saying? And they're not very expensive. Like, I think it was $39, I think. Today is the first day. Now, only sort of like really close friends and family of mine know this about me, because I feel like a lot of stigma around it. I mean, I can understand why people might feel ashamed, like they're weak. I mean, that's sort of how I felt. Like, it took me a while to go on them and give them a try after having sessions with my counsellor and the rest of it. It was mostly around when Ryder was born. Obviously, I had huge amounts of anxiety of having the two very young kids together. Like, I'd had Bentley on his own up until he was 6. and then Harper obviously didn't come till after. I was very worried about how I was going to do things when obviously Harper at that age, back then, when Ryder was born last July, she was still very young, a year ago practically. So obviously she's grown up a lot in that year. I see so much changed with her. Like she's so much more independent with certain things. She just listens a bit more sometimes. Anyway, I had a lot of anxiety, worry around that. Like I don't consider myself a social anxiety person. I mean, don't get me wrong, I could literally vomit at the thought of doing a speech, like back in school, you know, when you do speeches, or even like job interviews. Still to this day, I feel sick at a job interview. But I think since starting my YouTube channel those few years ago, I feel like that has really helped me grow with my self-esteem and bringing me out of my introvertedness, if that's the word, introvertedness. Yeah, I feel that's brought me out a lot, like the whole YouTube, Instagram, social media stuff has really brought me out, even though I'm talking to obviously a camera. But when you've been doing, it's really hard to explain, because when you've been doing YouTube for so long, or on Instagram, like, you know, regularly on Instagram, showing up, talking on stories, things like that, I feel like that every time you do that, well, this is how I feel, every time I do that, like jump on a story and chat directly to use on a story, I feel like it sort of builds up your self-confidence that bit more. Like that's how I look at it. So every day, every story that I'm putting out there on Instagram, I feel like it's helping my like self-growth, confidence-wise. But still, I still be terrified at the thought of job interviews, speeches, things like that in big crowds sort of thing. But like as far as social anxiety goes, like to go to a barbecue with a group of people or something like that, like I'm not worried about that sort of thing. And I think for the most part, I'm an okay talker. Like if I feel comfortable and that around you, I'll openly talk to you. So my mum is so talkative, like you cannot shush her up. Love you, mum. But yeah, she just talk. Like she's one of those people which really makes you feel comfortable. Like, you know, you're never sort of sitting with her like wondering who's going to start a conversation, because she's the person that starts the conversation. And that's a great way to be. Very like confident in what she says, and yeah, just amazing person all round. Anyway, each their own. I have nothing wrong with it. I think it's totally like would have saved a lot of people, you know, antidepressants, any anxiety medications, things like that. So there really shouldn't be shame around it or guilt around it, but I know that there is, because I think there's just so much judgment in the world. Like some people aren't happy unless they're judging people, and yeah, I don't know how that brings them any joy whatsoever, but there's people like that and you can't change that. So, you know, but I think that's why people don't open up about it and, you know, just talk freely about it, which is totally understandable. Probably a few months ago I stopped them, the anti-anxiety medication. I probably stopped it for probably a few days, less than a week. I didn't exactly get any like withdrawal sort of side effects, anything like that. I was only on 20 milligrams, so pretty minimal. But yeah, I just really didn't feel like, I'm saying each their own, okay, nothing wrong with them, but me personally, I just don't like to be putting things into my body like that. Okay, let's just put it like that. Rely heavily on exercise to get me through things that I'm facing, life situations, stressful moments, you know, anxiety, things like that. Depression, obviously we've all experienced a bit of it. I'm 100% believer that exercise helps so much. Like I spoke on my Instagram in the last couple of weeks and things about me sort of falling off with my workouts because the kids been sick and stuff, and I just hadn't really felt like it. But now that I've got back into it the last couple of days, my mindset is so much different. Don't get me wrong, I still like get short-tempered and stuff, like with her, because obviously she's at that age and stuff like that, but nothing in the mindset that I was sort of spiraling into, which even was beginning to scare myself. I like to think of myself as pretty push-through sort of person, determined sort of get up, keep going sort of person, regardless of what's happening. But don't get me wrong, since I've stopped the anti-anxiety medication. Have I felt like I've got more teary over things? Yeah, I think I have. I was actually thinking about it last night. Like I feel a bit like they sort of numbed me a bit as far as emotions, like sort of hardened you a bit more in a way to things. It's really hard to explain. Nearly 2 weeks-ish that I stopped them, because the first 4 or 5 days, nothing. That's great. Like I skimmed through the withdrawals, cheering. But then on about the day 5, 6, like I got this buzzing in my head. Obviously I still functioned and everything, because obviously had to for the kids. Like it was hard, And then today is the first day, like when I was in it, like the buzzing, I felt like it's never going to stop. Is my head ever going to be back to how it was? Like feel normal again? Like every night I go to bed going, yeah, tomorrow my head's going to be normal. And today is the first day it actually feels normal. If you've ever got off it, you'll sort of know that buzzing I'm talking about in your head, like not sick in the stomach or anything like that, but just buzzing in your head. I'm so thankful that's over, but I'm just sharing that with you because it's not a bad thing. Like people are doing it to save themselves, you know, mentally, emotionally, all of that. So for them to take that leap and get that help shows that they're strong, you know, not weak. But you know, you try these things, you don't know until you try them what they're going to do for you and the benefit that they're going to bring to you. So anyway, that's just something I wanted to have a little touch on. Probably a bit dark, the conversation's being had now, it's out there. Anyway, they're older now, so I find it not as hard. I mean, it's still times, yeah, when you're trying to do things with one or the other, obviously it's hard. It's just easier. Everything in time gets easier. Every time a toy goes off like that, like I know it's probably a battery malfunction, but it freaks me out. If that sort of thing happened at night time, there's one of the toys in the playroom, it's just started going off itself. I better go turn it off. It's like stuff you see on movies, on scary movies. So anyway, that toy's definitely got a battery malfunction problem, because that was the walker that I tried to get to sing and talk and do all that stuff this morning with rides turned on and everything, and it's just decided to go now. So anyway, the side table, very exciting. Now if you ended up getting your hands on one of these side tables, tag me over in a picture of it on Instagram. I'd love to see how you styled it. Well, I mean, it's in a toddler's room, so there's only so much decor you can put out. I mean, she's better now though, but sometimes with the side table that she's got in there now, she'll just randomly kick it over. We hope she doesn't do that with this one. It's quite light. I feel like when it comes to opening things, I'm very rough. Like I'm very bull at a gate. I can't believe really how similar it is to the cupboard I bought in the front room from Lively. Like it's so similar, and I mean that cupboard is obviously heavier than this because it's bigger, but there's really not much difference. Like for good old Kmart to a website, that Lively website, lovely, so cute. Like I'm really excited to style it, even though I know I can't really style it the way I want because it's in Harper's room. But yeah, sort of see the texture there. But yeah, how cute is it? And I mean, for the price, like you really can't go wrong. So like I said, if you've got one though, if you end up getting one, I'd love for you to tag me over on Instagram and show me how you styled it. Got it here now in Harper's room, and I thought it would just be fun to show you how I would style it. Maybe she might be okay with it. I don't know. She might be okay with it, she mightn't touch it. But yeah, I thought I'd just, whilst I've got time, because some days I just fuss around. But anyway, I love doing this sort of stuff. Like it's such a huge hobby, passion of mine. So it brings me a lot of joy, even though I might be able to stay like that, but I still have fun. So Ryder's awake now. Anyway, that's how, like, if I could leave it, that's how I would probably style it for Harper's room. I think it looks very, very cute. Like, I think for the most part of it, like I think I could leave the things, but that devil's ivy, definitely not. That goes up on her tall boy, out of her way, where she doesn't touch it. But I think if it was over there, sitting there like that, that could be dangerous. Or even so for Ryder, because he's right at the moment loving getting in. Look, he's eyed it. He's eyed it off. Loving getting into my plants at the moment. What are you looking at? Do you like it? Do you like Sis's new side table? See? How gorgeous is it? Oh, you can't have that, puppy. Okay, you look at the clock. If it's just Harper, I think she would probably, you know, maybe a bit like, into it at the start. The devil's ivy there, but I'm going to leave it like that. Okay? I'm just going to leave it like that. I think she'll be fine with that. I mean, he can't really hurt anything there, or there's nothing he could, you know, put in his mouth or anything like that. So I think I'm going to leave that like that. So yeah, anyway, I feel like this vlog has been really chatty. So I don't want it to run too long again, like my last one, because ideally I'd love them to be within the 20-something minutes. Wouldn't we, mister? 20-something minutes, because I just know that's easier and more enjoyable around that time frame. So I think I'm going to just end this vlog here for today. And again, I've only done 2 vlogs, sort of since being back on YouTube, but I've just been enjoying them so much. Yeah, I feel like I've sort of hit a point in my life where, like, don't get me wrong, I still thoroughly enjoy cleaning. I think for the most part I always will. It's just my personality type. Just not something I feel like I want to put all my time in, too, if that makes sense. But anyway, thank you also very much for being here and hanging out with me again. It's been lovely. And if you're new here and you haven't already, I would really hope you hit that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up for me if you enjoyed it. And I'll chat to you all in the comments.